My wife and I are about to make the biggest investment of our lives. We're going all in and purchasing an abandoned 13-acre homestead deep in the mountains of New Mexico. But before we do, we need to make sure it's got good water. What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be creating a completely off-grid solar-powered water pumping system for the hand-dug well at the new mountain property. We have this 400-watt 48-volt solar panel. I picked this up at a yard sale for 10 bucks a couple years ago, and it's been collecting dust ever since. I didn't have anything to use it on until today. Then I went on Amazon and I ordered this 48-volt solar-powered water well pump. This drops directly down your water well, 4-inch pipe, and it runs off of 48 volts. According to the description on Amazon, we can tie it directly to the panel. We don't need any type of solar charge controller. It can go directly to the cables. As long as the sun is hitting that panel, this pump should be pumping water. I've never connected a system like this before. I've never built anything like this before. So there's probably gonna be a couple issues here and there, but this should be fun. And if everything goes well, we're gonna have running water with no electricity up at the new mountain property today. Let's get to it. I'm gonna show you everything that I'm gonna be doing. That way you can learn from my mistakes. So like I said before, this panel is 400 watts and it puts out 48 volts as long as it's in full sun. Here are the details. I'm gonna use this for future reference. I have no idea if these panels are even good. I only paid 10 bucks for them at a yard sale. And then I guess we have our first issue here. There are no identification markers on the back of this panel, so I don't know which wire is the hot and which wire is the common. If we take a look at the pump over here, it is pretty specific. This is the solar power pump right there. Really nice, heavy duty. Vevor is a great company. Everything I've gotten from Vevor has worked out great. There's the wires. The red one's the hot, the black's the common, and I don't know which end to hook it up to. So hopefully we don't short out the pump. I'm just gonna connect them however I think. We're gonna drop the water well pump into this tank right here and see if it pumps. I also got this wiring tool off of Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for this thing, but it's got strippers, it's got wire cutters, and most importantly, it's got this really fancy wire stripper here at the top. Wire comes through this way, squeeze the handles, and it takes off about a 1/2 inch of sheathing on your wire. Let's give it a shot. We're gonna cut these 2 lines right here, and then I'm just gonna hook them up directly to the 2 wires on the pump. It's really hard to do one-handed, but you get the idea there. Got the wire stripped. Still have no idea which one's hot and which one's not. So we're gonna be using the process of elimination. Gotta make sure that this well pump is completely submerged. Once we've done that, we're gonna take these 2 wires and touch them to those 2 wires until we hear water pumping. Yes, I'm doing all this in Crocs. Love my Crocs. And like I said before, we're just gonna touch these wires together and hope that that water starts running. And it sure sounds like it. I think we had them reversed though. I didn't see water pumping, so that means the pump is spinning in reverse. It definitely works though. This is really exciting stuff. I'm gonna hook a hose up to the pump, and once I get these figured out, we're gonna tie it with some wire nuts. This is not how you're supposed to connect it. This is only temporary. Once we have it permanently installed, I will be using waterproof shrink connectors. I think that's what they're called. All right, I didn't know this because I didn't read the instructions, but you see that little silver piece of metal inside? That's a plunger. I guess when the well is dry, it will not pump water. I pressed that little plunger down and water went shooting everywhere. This system most definitely works. We're gonna connect this to the top of the water well like so. Screw that down, and then we can stick this 20-foot piece of PEX pipe straight into this, and we're gonna technically have a water hose. Smaller the pipe, the more pressure we're gonna have. I think this system is gonna work out great. Beluga, come on. This is the fitting that came with the water pump. I believe it's 1 inch and we're adapting down to 1/2 inch. The ideal diameter would probably be 3/4 inch. You'll pump a lot more water, but this will give us good water pressure. And this is the fitting that I had already. Didn't have to purchase anything but the pump. So the PEX pipe goes straight in there. No need to connect or crimp anything. And we're gonna put a shut-off valve on the other end of the PEX pipe so we can control the water flow. Wifey and her mom just got home, so we're gonna continue this project up at the mountain property. We'll see you guys up there.
Careful, it dips, okay?
Whoa. We are about to have water, folks. We're here at the new property and I'm about to get the water system installed. Got the solar panel taken down there already. Here's the pump and all the tools. I can't get this with one hand. Give me a second. It's finally time to install the Vevor solar powered water pump. The hole for the well is 4.5 inches. This pump is designed for a 4-inch water casing. So the first thing we're gonna do here is attach this fitting, which is gonna convert this 1-inch threaded pipe to a 1/2 inch PEX. Hand tight is fine because we're gonna redo it later. Then you just stick that PEX on there and you drop that straight in the well.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
It looks like the water level is maybe 25 foot down. This pump right here can pump about 75 feet up, which is more than enough. There's a watermark there. So right now I'm just trying to gauge the depth of the well. It seems like the water pump is hitting the surface now. So from this point on, we're gonna see how deep the water level is. That's about 5 foot. It's about 10 foot. 15. Dang, it's a really deep well.
Hand dug, didn't they say?
It's hand dug. Right there, I'm on the bottom, about 25 foot of water. I think it's about 50 foot total for the entire well. I don't want this sitting on the bottom though. So I'm gonna pick it up about 1 foot or so. And I'm probably just gonna use this rock to hold it. Like so. So. That didn't work.
You need to put it deep on that rock, yeah.
Before I connect the well to the solar panel, I want to make sure to put this shut-off valve right here. That way water doesn't go spraying everywhere. So now the water is just going to build up pressure in this line and we can release it on command. This is the wiring for the well pump. And it's going to go straight to the panel. As long as this panel is in full sun, we should have water. I heard sparks.
I heard that too.
Which is a good sign. That means we have power.
Sparks are flying, baby.
I don't hear water running though. Moment of truth.
Whoa. Hey! Let's see what it tastes like. Just kidding.
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It looks really clean though.
It does.
It's not muddy, it's not murky. It doesn't have a funky smell.
We got water. It really is pretty water though.
And it's cold. It's really, really cold.
That is really cold. Again.
The pump is still pumping. It shouldn't be. those springs in the pasture?
Yeah.
So they dug this giant hole down and it just fills up from the ground.
But if you're draining it,
It's filling as I drain it.
so you can never really completely drain it.
You could if I had a big pump, like a water hose, like a firefighter, and I was pushing out that much, then it would probably drain faster than
And why do you need to drain it?
it's a massive water.
Well, it's pretty good water.
It looks good.
I mean, you're gonna use it just for planting stuff anyway, right?
Eventually, more than the pump. So we've been pumping the water well for about 10-15 minutes now. Have a nice steady stream going down to the pasture, and the pump is working out fantastic. Really impressed by the water pressure. Check out this water pressure. Look at that. 20-25 foot stream. Can pressure wash the house. I have no idea how much water we've drained. I can't see down the well, but I imagine it's got to be between 200 to 300 gallons. Not bad. Thanks again for watching, everyone. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, now would be the perfect time because you're not going to want to miss this new series. In a couple weeks, Will Survives will be coming back to New Mexico to help us develop Lucky Acres, and we have a lot of plans for this property. We'll be fixing up the old cabin and building a couple off-grid cabins of our own, just like we did at the last mountain property. That's probably the coolest room right here.
Yeah, this thing's sick.